Mike Carey here, and you're listening to the So We Don't Forget podcast. And there you go.
And welcome to So We Don't Forget, the podcast where two siblings talk about stuff so we don't forget. I'm Felicia.
And I am Jeremy. And this is episode 24. 24.
24.
Not 42. 24.
Welcome. Today you're in buckled in for a mini episode. We'll just do like the first half what we normally do instead of our topic for today. We'll hit back up on that next week. Just some stuff going on that we don't care to tell you guys. And if you have a problem with that, well, I don't care. So anyways.
But thank you for all your support. We appreciate you.
Well, of course, if you're going to be supportive, then thanks. But if you're going to have an issue, whatever. So obviously we're still golfing.
Mm-hmm.
We need to post some more pictures and videos on the thing.
It's funny because we went to dinner last night, which we'll get into all that from the stuff that happened this past week. It was a good note. I just want to point that out. It was a good note. Because the last 2 or 3 Thursdays, Felicia and I went to the driving range on Thursday before we did the podcast. I think it was 2. Anyway, my phone sent me a thing, and it's like, oh, send a check-in to Felicia. And it turns out it did the same thing to Felicia because she told me too. It's like, why is my phone telling me to check in with you?
Oh, yeah, that's why I was doing that.
Yeah, I'm like, because we went golfing the past couple of Thursdays, and now your phone's like, oh, hello. Like, there was a little bit ago, I forget when it was, I think a few months ago or something. It did the same thing before when we were going to the gym, like on Monday, Tuesday, whatever.
Mine
and
used
then we
to
stopped.
do that too.
And then we stopped, and then it was like, send a check in to Felicia. It used to do it too, because there was a little bit, I think it was last summer maybe, where I was like going to, or was it last summer? I don't remember when it, maybe
Oh,
before.
yeah,
I
the
don't know.
maps thing, right? For the directions?
Yeah, the maps, because I went to your house like 2 weeks in a row or something, and then the next weekend I didn't because I had work. I was going to work, and my phone's like, oh, so-and-so minutes to Felicia's house. I was thinking it's like 20 minutes to Felicia's house.
I'm
I was
not
like, I wish I
going.
was going, but I can't. No. So what are you going to do?
I don't know why that made me just think of First Watch.
Oh, First Watch sounds so good.
Doesn't it?
Egg Harbor sounds good, too.
Oh, I love Egg Harbor.
Oh, yes.
Delicious. But yeah,
delicious.
no golf
Yeah.
this Thursday. We
Yeah.
did not.
Well, today's actually Friday that we're recording
Well,
this.
it's a different day. Well, no golf today either.
Yeah.
I was thinking
It's funny because like we went to the golf range or whatever, and then like Carissa and like Tanya even went. Like we were saying about how Tanya's like, I don't think I'll golf, and then she had one good swing. She's like, so what can I wear? Like
I'm gonna
on
be
the
a
golf course?
golfer.
Yeah, but Carissa went, and then we went to dinner last night, like I was saying, and like as we're all saying goodbye, and they're like talking about other stuff. All of a sudden, Carissa turns to me. She said, "Hey, are we going golf this weekend?" I said, "I would like to." In the driving range? She said, "Yeah." I said, "I want to." She's like, "I want to go."
Jeremy said
was like, oh.
maybe. You
I was
never
like,
know.
maybe, who knows? Daddy used to tell me, oh, we're going to play 9 holes, but he never told me a tee time or anything, so I guess that's not happening.
I think he wants you to set it up.
I
But
think he does.
I just hope it was so stupidly windy yesterday and today.
Yeah, it was like ridiculously windy
Yeah.
for no damn reason.
So it should be stopping windy. Tatiana told me yesterday.
That's going to mess up my shots, man.
It would take that ball. Who knows where? I asked
Well,
Tatiana yesterday.
remember, that's what happened to me. I lost those 2 balls the last time. Remember, all of a sudden it was super
They
windy
were
when I went to hit them?
gone.
Yeah, but anyway, you asked Tanya.
Oh, I said, what would you do if you were out there right now like this and was golfing? She said, I would say I'm leaving. I said, what if it's the first hole? Nope.
Really?
Yeah. She said I
Wow.
would leave.
Sounds like Tanya.
Yeah.
We did. I did do a little something different to my swing. I felt like I was doing a little bit better, but I obviously want to do it again. It's like every day, Felicia and I are like, I wish we could go. I wish we could go golfing. I'm just like I said. I'm just happy everyone's like into it now because like when I said it last year, everyone's like, I don't know. But
Now
I will
I'm
say
kind
it
of
is.
addicted.
It is one of those things where like, if someone just says it, I feel like you need to like
You have
actually
to do
hit the.
it.
Yeah, you have to hit the ball and like feel what it feels like to get that shot. And like everyone always makes a video. It's like the memes. It's always like, oh, I hate golf. I don't know if I'd do it. And they have one good shot. And they're like, I will dedicate my entire life to this. This is my new
entire
thing.
life.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, pretty much. And it's funny because
It's so good.
it is. I had what do you call it? Like some stuff on my For You page on Instagram for like reels or whatever. Like I had like golf stuff before, but now that like Felicia and like Tanya and Boo are into golf and they send me stuff like that, like it's really about golf now, which is fine.
Oh yeah, my whole thing is golf.
Excuse me. It's funny because it'll go from like tips to it to like people making jokes about it and stuff. It's just fun. I love golf.
Yeah, I keep watching these videos. I was watching some today too, and I feel like every time like I watch one, I'm like, I know that it's like be about one thing because there's, like I said before, so many parts of it,
Right.
and I feel like I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna focus on that part, and I'm gonna forget about everything else.
Yep. Because like last year, like the boys and I were like that's when we were going, and like I would go to their house on Wednesdays or whatever, and like the boys would put on like videos of like people showing you how to like hit the ball and stuff and like certain stuff like that. And so like, we just sit there and just like watch golf videos and like, oh, do this at your swing, this and do this and do that. And we're like, all right. And then you go to swing and guess what? Either forget all about it. You're like, this doesn't work. And then you're like, I think I'm doing something wrong.
It's a lot. It's too much.
It is a lot to think about.
But
But it's
I mean,
still
it's
fun.
fun. I was like, it's
Oh,
fun.
yeah.
So
It is fun.
I'm hoping to go again soon.
Me too. You let me know and I'll go swing. I'm off tomorrow, so that'll
I'll go
probably be
swing.
nice.
Yeah, I want to go.
I wanted to do 9 holes, but like I said, I guess Thaddeus backed out on me. I'll cut you, Thaddeus.
Oh.
What?
Well, Thaddeus is backing out.
Oh yeah, that's not very nice.
Well, I think that he just is like, oh, I'm gonna say it, and Jeremy will just book it, and then he'll text me and tell me what the tee time is.
Right.
But I don't know. I want to go. Anybody has any golf tips? Put them down below. And you know, if you're good at golfing or you got some actual tips, you know what? Hit us up and maybe you'll be a guest on the podcast.
Oh, there you go.
But
we can have a golf segment.
Yes, but it cannot just be, oh, I went golfing a few times. I want someone that's you've golfed for at least a few years. You know what you're doing. You have some guidance for us.
Yes.
Hit us up, DM or just down in the comments, and we will hit you back.
We'll DM you back. We'll slide in the DMs.
Slide in them DMs.
Mhm.
So do that. I also need to. I told Tatiana. I said gonna have to on this podcast publicly apologize to my husband, to Jamal.
Uh-oh. What'd you do?
It happened right before the podcast. Well, the thing is, I have slippers, as you know.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta wear the slippers in the house. I don't like walking around the house with bare feet because then the bare feet, if they go in your bed, and just the thing with the germs.
Yes.
So I have to do that. So I've been having to either wear socks I'll take off before I go in there, or like walk around in my flip flops. But I hate wearing shoes in the house, so it's a thing. And I told Jamal the other day because there was like dirty laundry, and then they were gone. And I was like, where are my sandals? He was like, I don't know. How am I supposed to know? And I was like, he said, why do you look at me like you're accusing me? I said, I'm not accusing you. I just think it's funny how there was dirty laundry and now the dirty laundry gone. And my not my sandals, my slippers are gone. I said, did you put them in the dirty laundry? He said, no. I said, I'm going to go look. But I said, I'm not going to go look now because I'm going to bed. So I looked through the laundry. I couldn't find it. I've been looking all over the house. I didn't bring it back up to him, but in my head, I'm like, he lost my slippers. I've been looking for these hoes all week.
Really?
Come in here to record the podcast, and
They're in there,
underneath
aren't they?
my desk, there they are because I took them off when we were recording last week. So Jamal, if you're watching and listening, I apologize. I'm sorry.
I think this is gonna be a reel right here.
I'm sorry. I accused you stealing and whatever with my slippers. It was my own doing of forgetfulness. Do you ever like lose something and you just have no idea? Like I had no idea
All
they
the
were in
time.
here. I didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
So I apologize. And I would just say that's also can be my marriage tip of the week. If you're wrong, you shouldn't accuse them. But if you do and you find out you're wrong, you should apologize. So I apologize.
Mm-hmm.
My other marriage tip though is separate blankets.
Yeah.
In the bed. You
You
gotta have
had a-
separate blankets.
Well, you had 3 because the other one was like don't immediately wake up and like, oh, good morning.
Yeah,
How
no.
did you sleep?
No, don't do that.
Felicia said wake up and stare at your phone first.
Maybe the first thing is like, do you want breakfast? Do you want coffee?
Okay, yeah. Well, if they say breakfast, oh, okay, yeah, that's different. Then you can look right over and say, hey,
Look,
or just wake up and say, hey, do you want to get some food? Are you hungry?
Yeah. Are you hungry?
My favorite is like when Jamal goes to the store or something, and Felicia's like, I hope he brings me back a snack. I'm like, did you ask him?
Hope.
She said,
No,
no, I
didn't.
told him I was fine. And then I'm like, well, you want a snack? Why don't you tell him? Nope, it's too
No.
late. I can't. And then he'll actually bring something back and she'll be all happy. He did bring me a snack.
He had got himself frozen pizza the other night, and he said, "Do you want some?" And I was like, "No." I was like, for some reason, I just I really want a peanut butter and jelly. I'm just gonna eat that. He's like, that sucks. I said, I really want it, so it doesn't suck.
Mm-hmm.
Then he came home.
Felicia were talking about the other day. We were addicted to
Yeah,
those for a little
sometimes they're
bit.
good.
Yeah, when
Sorry,
we
my
were
little
first starting
wispy bangs here.
when we first started like eating good, like for whatever, like we would go to the gym, we would literally be on the treadmill, like doing our cardio at the end. We're like, man, a peanut butter sandwich just sounds delicious. And we would go home and say, oh, I had my peanut butter sandwich. How was it? It was delicious. But anyway.
So then he brought home this pizza, and it was a new brand, and I was like, I was just being funny, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is my favorite brand of pizza. And he was like, what, really? I was like, no, I never heard of it. And he was like, oh. And then he was like, I should have just got you one, stupid Jamal. It's frozen pizza. You could have ate it any day. You could have had during the week. I said, it's fine. No, I should have got you the pizza. So if you're also listening, Jamal, I don't care. It was fine.
So you made him feel bad. Very nice.
I didn't mean to.
There was that Cubs announcer thing though. He said that he had a saying. It was, oh yes, dear, you're right. I'm sorry.
Yeah. But no, that goes both ways.
Yeah.
We don't believe
Well, that's
in
an M for you.
happy wife, happy life. We believe in happy spouse, happy house.
Oh, there you go. I like that one. I like that one better too.
Yes.
Because I don't know. I'm not married, but to me, this doesn't make sense for one person to be happy and one person just be like whatever.
Be miserable.
Yeah, you should both try and make each other happy. It should be about each other's happiness.
Yes, it's
But
about
that's just
both
me.
sides,
Yes, that's just me.
both people.
Yes.
So that's that.
Yeah.
Speaking of food, though, we can talk about we
was just
celebrated our mom's birthday.
I was just gonna bring that up. We had some good food and we had some okay food.
Yeah.
I guess we can start with her actual birthday. So her birthday was Monday, June 3rd. Everyone put in the comments, happy birthday, Mom.
Happy
let's
birthday.
Let's get some balloon or some confetti. I was gonna say balloons, but that one's confetti. We went to a beautiful place called Next Door Pub out in Lake Geneva. It was
love it.
delicious.
If
On the
you
way
go
there,
get the what is it called? Oh my god, the pizza.
Aloha or something.
The Aloha. I don't eat pineapple.
Oh no, that's Doug. Sorry.
Pineapple and Canadian bacon and ham. Blech.
I can Google it. Maybe.
No offense, but I'm just gonna say I could smell the pizza from our table because we were at a different table.
I'm just gonna say that one didn't really get eaten.
Ham is just like one of those smells
I agree.
to me that
I'm looking at their menu right now.
Isn't it like a Mu Latte, Mu Geneva?
It's under pizza, right?
Yeah, Mu Geneva, Mu Latte. What is it?
Maui Wowie?
No, it's
Oh,
something
Moolah Geneva. Yep, Moolah Geneva.
Moolah Geneva. There's no red sauce. Instead, it's olive oil and garlic, and then
Delicious.
cheese. God, so good. I wish I
Cheese
had that
curds?
right now.
Amazing.
Oh yeah, we had cheese curds.
So delicious. The funny thing was, Boo also got like a side of fries because like we didn't eat till like I think it was like 7, and
It was might have been.
I was
later.
extremely well by the time we got the food, but
Oh,
like.
yeah.
Excuse me. I was extremely hungry, like starving, and then Boo was
Oh,
like,
I
"You know what?"
was.
She was like, "I'm gonna get a side of fries. We'll share." And they
I
bring
had to
us
eat
like
a
this big
granola
basket.
bar on the way there.
And Alexander got the fries. She's like, "Oh, it's kind of big. I don't know." We literally all of us ate it. It was at
Yeah,
the
it was
table because we had to split
gone.
up in 2 tables. It was Felicia, myself, Alexandria, Tatiana, Carissa, and me. Right? No. Yeah, Carissa was at our table.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah. I had to think about it for a second. I was thinking of the Texas Roadhouse, but we'll get to
Oh,
that.
Yeah, it's a
But
different-
Next Door Pub, delicious. The only
But
thing
we
that
didn't get
sucked.
no dessert. No
No.
dessert.
Well, yeah, because we said, "Oh, we're okay," and whatever. And then they asked the other table, like, "Yeah," like, "Oh, we will get dessert." We all picked out our desserts. They never came back.
Yeah, we didn't get any. So I know Doug had dessert.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't offer me a bite.
How rude, Doug.
Yeah.
We're looking at you, Doug. I'm looking right in the camera. How rude.
How rude.
And then the only thing that sucked was the ride home, because by the time we left, I think it was like 9:00.
Oh, we did see the cicadas.
Oh yeah, we
At
just
the
see the
Grand
cicadas.
Geneva.
Yes, we did.
Do you know that the Lake Geneva this weekend, well, it'll be over by the time this airs, they're doing, what do they call it? Cicada Palooza.
Really?
There's like a
What is
party
that?
going on. I don't know. There's like food and stuff, and they're like kind of celebrating it, I guess. And Tatiana was like, "That is so stupid. Why would you celebrate those things? They're so disgusting." Their eyes are gross, though. The red
Yeah,
eyes.
they're pretty wild. Yeah.
Ugh.
Well, we
Ugh.
drove
I
home.
was gonna throw up.
It was like I just got super tired out of nowhere. I told Felicia I kept having to like shake my head, like keep myself awake.
And
Like,
it was raining.
yeah, and it was raining. And I literally got home, took a quick shower, and just laid in bed and just passed out. I was so tired,
Oh, I was exhausted.
exhausted.
But it was worth it for Mom's
Yes,
birthday.
it was delicious, and hopefully Mom had a good birthday. I think she did.
I hope so.
And then we didn't go out Tuesday. Wednesday we went to everyone's favorite Texas Roadhouse. Now listen, I got a few pet peeves about this one. I'm just gonna say, when I
do.
had it before, it was better. Okay.
Mhm.
And my number one pet peeve about the whole experience was they had the music so loud, like we were at a concert.
It was so. I was looking in my my bag for like those loop earplugs
Mm-hmm.
because it was
Like-
that loud.
Yeah, like it was loud enough where you couldn't hear anyone talk. Like you'd be like, "What'd you say?"
Even
What'd you
Jeremy was
say?
next to me, and I'm like, "What?
Yeah.
What?"
Yeah, I told her, I'm like, "What did you say?"
So it was hard to hear.
It was very loud. I did not like that.
The food
Even
quality
John-
was
yeah.
not what it used to be. The only thing, the rolls, the bread rolls, and the
delicious.
butter was still good.
Mhm.
I had no plates.
Although it was kind of awkward at first because they like told us to like, because they have like little sections where you stand when you're waiting, because you always like stand there, they get the bread or whatever and you leave. So they told us to stand in this area. There's like what I think it was like 10 of us at this point or something. We were waiting for Felicia and Doug. Well, they're like, "Oh, you have to wait for the rest of your party." So we're just standing there, and Dad's like, "Who told us to come up here? Let's go sit back down. This is awkward."
I don't
So
know
then
why
we
they
just
did
started looking
that.
at the steak, whatever, and then Doug scared the out of Felicia, almost
I was
killed
like
her.
getting something out of my car, and as I closed the door, he's just standing at the end of my car, like. I'm like, Doug, you can't do that.
She screamed, and Boo said, "Did Doug run her over?" I'm like, "No."
Yeah, he scared me.
But I got then they got salads, Felicia and the girls, and then the boys got
That was
salad for
not
their
good.
meal. Well, first they got salad. They said no egg. There was egg on their salad, and Felicia's like, "What the heck is this?" And then they asked the boys, and like, "Oh, we got salad with egg." Like, well, this is
Why didn't
yours.
you say anything?
And then they're like, "Why aren't you eating it?" We don't have any silverware. Felicia ordered a Diet Coke when she sat down, and she didn't get it till after her meal already came in.
Yeah, and I had to remind him. I get
Mhm.
mistakes happen, but I wanted my Diet Coke.
And then I had my chicken tender. The chicken tenders in the past have been good.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have much taste in the chicken tenders this time. It was pretty sad.
Plain, no seasoning.
Yeah, it didn't taste like it. And then the first batch of fries, because I got double the fries because I didn't get any other side because you get two sides in your meal. The first batch of fries I had was good. The second batch, I don't know what it was, and this was why, because Felicia said she got hers with no seasoning, and then I found out why, because the second one was like
They
insanely salty.
douse it. It's way too much.
I was like, I can't eat this. I stopped. I was like,
I was just disappointed.
very disappointing.
And I
But
accidentally called the guy behind his big buddy.
Yep. He celebrated his birthday. She's like, "Happy birthday, big buddy." I'm like, "Big buddy." She's like, "Oh no."
His whole table laughed. And
They
I told
did.
Jamal, I said, well, was he bigger? I said, I don't think so. He said, wow, he thought you probably
No.
called him fat.
He smiled when he said it, and all his friends just laughed. They're probably thinking, "Big
So
buddy, what the
embarrassing.
is that?"
So embarrassing.
But the good news is, then last night we went to El Serape.
Oh, yeah. That was
I
good.
had some delicious enchiladas, beef enchiladas.
I had vegetable fajitas.
I seen that because it was steaming. We're like, "Whose food is that?" And it's like, "Oh, it's Felicia's."
Sizzling.
She was sitting at the head of the table, and then we even got him
Oh,
to
the
sing
Aunt
happy
Carol
birthday.
told me, she said, it's for your birthday. You have to sit at the head of the table. That's why I
Felicia's like,
sat there.
"Oh, fine."
Fine. If you insist.
We ate like a load of chips for that. I was even eating the
Yeah.
what do you call it? The salsa for the chips. Very dang good, man.
I wish I had that right now.
That was so good. I was telling Tanya, I was like, if you eat 4 of these, that's like a whole tortilla. She's like, then I'm eating a lot of tortillas,
Man, that I don't care.
right?
I'll
Just eat it.
Eat them.
Yeah, it's always funny because you finish it and like, "Oh, would you want more?" The answer is always yes. It's like, yes.
Like, yeah,
yes,
I
please.
do.
Yes, please.
Oh, where is I don't have the edited version. Can I show this clip of this video from what had happened to me? This was the day after Mom's late birthday dinner.
Sure. Am I have to blur anything out?
No.
Okay. Is it nasty?
No, remember? My boom
I
boom.
don't. Your boom boom. What?
I put in the
Excuse me.
family chat. The garage.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
Okay.
I forgot
This is
all
what
about
happened
that.
to me. RIP headphone users. I'll let you watch it and then I'll tell you what happened.
Then she'll give you commentary.
Wait. So what had happened in that situation is I always go start my car before I leave. Got to warm up the car. And I go out hit the button so the garage door opened. Then I walked to go open the gate, and then I walked straight in to go start it. As you can tell, I'm looking down. I wasn't looking up. So yeah, whatever. My fault, I guess.
But it was early in the morning. What was it, like 6 something?
And I was tired from the night before. And
so
like,
that was the next morning after we said how tired we were driving home, by the way.
yeah. So that noise was me hitting the garage door. The garage door somehow stopped like right here. So I hit like right here on my head, like this part.
Mm-hmm.
And like when you're not expecting something like that, there was like the first few seconds you hear nothing. I was so confused. Like I had no idea what happened because I'm thinking like, what the was that? Then I'm like, how did I hit the garage door? I'm not that tall to hit the garage door. And then I looked and I'm like, what the is the garage door doing there? So I finished opening the door, started my car, and I went inside and I just told Jamal, I said, watch this video. He said, what? I said, just watch it. And he hears the noise and he looks like, what the And then he goes, why didn't the garage door open all the way? I said, what about my head? He said, well, is your head okay? I said, I guess. What's wrong with the garage door? I said, I that garage door. I don't care what happened to the garage door. But then I told him that night, he says, not that I didn't care about you. He said, I just didn't understand why the garage door didn't open all the way.
I'll be honest. That's pretty much how the male brain works. That was my first thought, too. I was like, I wonder why the garage door didn't open all the way. You know,
I don't know.
You're still thinking, like, man, I hope she's okay. I did kind of put a joke in the chat, and I said something like, oh, how is your head, or do you not remember?
Yeah, he did say that. I did show the video when I got to work, because I still got to work
Dad
on
even put in the chat, though, he's like, if you need me to, it might be the rollers. I can come check them.
Yeah, he did. And I said, well, maybe they're messed up now after hitting them with my head. But I showed it when I got to work, and I said, look what happened to me, and I still made it here on time.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I deserve a raise. And they just watch the video, and they hear the noise, and she goes, Felicia. I said, yeah, my head. And then later on, I had like when it's touched my head like this, and I was like, why does that hurt? And I was like, oh yeah, I hit my head. I did tell my kids at work though.
What'd they say?
Because I was just sitting down like eating breakfast with them, and I was just like, we always just talk when we eat breakfast. And then I was like, I'm tired today, and they're like, yeah, I'm tired. I said, I hit my head on the garage door today. What? And then like all day the next day, like the rest of like the next 3 days, that was their thing. Like, did you hit your head on the garage door again today? I said, no, not today. That hurt, right? I said, yeah. Did you cry? I said, no. Were you sad? I said, yeah, I was sad. But
I did that at Mom and Dad's house I think like a month ago.
That
It was the day we went to Mama T's. I picked up Alexandria and Tatiana, and I was walking to leave out of their garage for whatever reason. That's right. I was looking at my phone because I was about to text you back saying we're leaving, whatever. And I thought the door was open. I just walked. All of a sudden, it was like bam, and it was like the top of my head.
It's so loud.
It is. It's not that it's not just that it hurts. It's that it's loud as.
Yeah, it is.
It's
Yeah, I
crazy.
think that scares you too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but the dinner we had last night, that was delicious. I want to throw that back in there. I was looking at like the notes they have, and then also 15% off Magic Candle Company, so we don't forget. Just want to throw that out there.
Yes, check it out. Obviously, if anyone's got, if you want to celebrate something, or you just like life's rough for you right now, and you ain't feeling it, do something to make yourself happy and get those candles, and you can pretend you're at Disney. But with that being said, we can get into our comments for the week, and then we'll just wrap it up.
All right, 4 days ago, So We Don't Forget said first.
Wow, those guys.
I know. Alexander said, happy birthday, Mom. And then she put purple hearts for Mom. Then she said, happy Pride Month. Karina said, happy Pride Month. Tatiana.
Happy Pride Month, everybody.
And then Tatiana comments back, because, gay and stuff.
She loves that one video of a guy who like brings his gay friend like a balloon and a big cookie cake.
What?
And he
What
sings.
video is this?
Tell her she'll send it to you. And he sings the
I think I
song,
found
Be
it.
Who You Are.
Oh, yep, there it is.
Yeah. Because I think he says that in there. But yes, I posted the story the other day about Pride Month, and it said, hopefully all the homophobics have a very uncomfortable month. And I hope you all do.
Sorry, I was watching the video. I did. That was hilarious because you gay and stuff. Then Alexander said, I try and focus on my feet placement, and then I try to focus on my actual swing, but I can't do it at the same time. It's tough. Talking about golf.
It is.
It is. And then she said, Luna, while you playing the drums, sitting there like a proud mom. She really was. She's like, he did such a good job.
Look at you.
She said, I originally just wanted to have you just read my shout out, but when you offered me to be on the podcast, how could I not say yes?
There you go.
She said, my big ass forehead.
Mm,
I don't know. I feel like I had to put my bangs back to cook my dinner after work, but I feel like I would get bang hair in my food.
what? That they don't even reach your mouth.
No,
Okay.
that's what she said. Butterbeer is top tier, then she says.
Love butterbeer.
Ooh, the pickles from Breadbox, but that's City Walk. I know you aren't talking about that now, but I'll forget. Nice, so you don't forget.
Beautiful.
I'm gonna comment that. I'll say commenting this now. Dot.
Da, da, da.
So you don't forget. She said, I love popcorn. I think I said that, but oh well. And she said, when you said you were headed somewhere next week, I thought I was on vacation. But that's next, she said that's next for a bit, but she meant that's not for a bit.
There you go.
And then Jeremy Leach commented, fantastic episode. Happy birthday, Mom.
Wow.
And then Karina said, happy birthday, Sugra, which means mother-in-law. So there you go. Then Alexander said, sending all the positive vibes for Mom. Oh, I don't know if I should read. Well, it says sending all the vibes for Mom for surgery June 10th. We didn't talk about it, so I might cut that part out then. We'll see.
Okay. Here's, I don't know.
I don't know. Karina gave a purple heart, and she said they have a
Oh,
Lou
yeah, for Mom's
Malnati's.
birthday.
Yeah, she said they have a Lou Malnati's in Gurnee on Grand Avenue, but I think it's to carry out. I've never been there, but my family gets from there. Yeah, I've passed by it on the way home from work sometimes. It's unfortunately only carry out only.
The only thing with that, like, because it's deep dish, right? I feel like this time you get it home, like, it's going to be soggy.
I agree. That's the kind of pizza you
Because
need
that's
to
a
eat there.
drive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, because you have that one kind of by yours. I remember a house. Why did I say hearse?
her.
Remember we did that like once, or I think once or twice. But I remember the one time I went
Yeah.
there, we ordered it and like brought it back, but it was still good. But you're not that far from it though. You're like what, 10, 15-ish
Maybe
minutes?
15, but yeah,
It's
because
not far.
going to be longer. At
So,
least
yeah.
to get
Oh
to
yeah, if you
here.
bought it in Gurnee and drove all the way to your house, that's over an hour
That wouldn't be good.
easily. And she said, Jeremy, the ice cube trays are right on the top shelf in the freezer, lol, but we need a bigger ice maker. And she said, I meant to say we need a nugget ice maker, not a bigger one.
I want nugget or the
I didn't
the
think you
Chick-fil-A
needed
type of ice.
one. Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
And she
I
said
looked
that-
into like one you could get for the counter. But you
Mhm.
have to make sure you clean them really well because otherwise you
Mhm.
can get mold in there. And I said, "Ugh, I don't want to
No
deal with
thanks.
that.
And then she said, Tatiana Brown for president. Then she said, I did comment last week because I heard the podcast in Doug's car. I need to watch it on my own because in the car I say my comments out loud at that time instead of my phone.
Gotcha. So that's how Doug cheated,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, exactly. No, because he was driving. That would mean he would have been driving and watching it.
Oh, well, I mean, if she was watching it and listening and then she said it out loud and then Doug was like something, I don't know.
Maybe. She said, also, what I told you guys the guest speakers thing is rigged. LOL, but congrats for making it on the pod, boo. I feel like since Doug and I did a teamwork to get it, we should both get on the pod together. Nope, you guys are cheaters. Not happening.
Jerry said, no, you cheated. Jerry said, I'm hilarious. He said that so fast, too. We should both be on the pod. Oh, actually, no, you're cheaters.
Well, because she commented it twice, so I already read.
Oh.
I was like reading it again in my head.
That was funny.
And she said, since Boo was on this episode, that means it's fair game again? No, because this is different.
Jeremy said, man, I'm on a roll
Oh,
today.
man, I'm on a roll today. And then she said, it's your Apple Watch, Jeremy. What about my Apple Watch? It's right here. What'd I miss?
I think she thought it was the secret word.
Oh, no, it's not. She said, yes, Boo, in all caps, you need to get chickens and a dog and a baby Highland cow.
Highland cows are cute. Mom and Dad could fit one in their yard for sure.
Oh, absolutely. And
Absolutely.
she said, is it strawberry kiwi propel?
If you're guessing the word, no. If you're guessing if that's my favorite flavor, I can't remember.
I have to think about it. And she said, you have to try a hot dog with mayo. It's so good. Or you guys can try ketchup and mayo mix and eat it with fries. 20 out of 10.
20 out of
Not a
10.
not a big fan of ketchup though.
I eat ketchup with fries, so I guess I would mix it with the mayo and try it with fries. But is it 50-50 ratio or is one more than the other?
Right, yeah. We need to like have it down to a science there.
I need to know if it's half and half or more than one of the other ones.
Same.
Which Karina's just going to mix it and just bring it over in a
Right.
container one day.
And she said, not food or a ride, but the Hello Kitty store inside Universal 10,000 out of 10. LOL. Would recommend.
10,000.
I remember we walked in.
Um,
She's like, "Where is it?" And then at the end, we're like, "Oh, it's right there." She's like, "Let's go," and she just
I still feel
beeline.
like she should have got the, instead of the Mickey ears, it's the headband that's the Hello Kitty ears when you can
Mhm.
put your own bow on there. I still feel like
Yep.
Karina should have got that.
Well, tell
I
Doug to
could
buy
see
one.
her just like buy it for her.
Yeah.
No, Doug can.
That's what I
I
said.
could just see her. Oh, I thought you said me. I'm like,
No.
don't
I
give me
said
money.
tell Doug he can buy it for her.
Yeah, Doug, buy it for her. I
Yeah.
could just see her wearing that around town though. Like I just imagine her like just going to Summer Moon just around
Right.
town with her Hello Kitty ears on. That would be funny.
I'm googling. Oh, that thing. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I can see
She's
it.
gonna be walking around the house with her slippers and her Hello Kitty ears, cooking.
Yep. She said Lala's mom works there by your job, and they do make popcorn. It's like that kind that has a caramel and cheese one. Maybe other kinds too, but I've had that one mixed. It's good. It smells like popcorn a lot around there. I haven't smelled it
So they
recently.
are making the popcorn. Here's a
Huh.
question: do they
Okay.
get free popcorn? And if so,
Probably
how
not.
come we haven't gotten any? Really?
I don't know. I don't work there. It's a different plant.
What if they mess up? Oops, I smushed it.
Felicia should accidentally mess up popcorn every day. So would Tanya.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Oh well. I'll throw this batch outside in a dumpster.
And then Tatiana commented a day ago because we were sitting at dinner at Texas Roadhouse and she told me the story. I'm like, you should comment that so we can talk about it on the podcast. She said, I'll do it right now. She said, Jeremy
Did
told me to put my dream story here. I had this crazy dream where we were all in a car driving somewhere. Jeremy was sitting in the middle for some reason. I told him, this is a dream. This isn't real. Jeremy looked at me. His eyes got all huge. And then he said, you aren't real either. I looked around and all of you were looking at me while Jeremy wasn't moving, just looking at me with his huge eyes. I said, Tatiana, that's called lucid dreaming. That means you knew that you were dreaming. She's like, yeah, I do that a lot. I was
I
like, you
wish
know,
I
you can
did.
like change the dream, right? She's like, yeah.
What the heck, Tanya?
Honestly, I don't think she heard me say that last part, if I'm being honest, because it was still pretty loud.
Oh, that's how
But
that-
then that's when I told her, I'm like, you should comment that. So she grabbed her phone. She's like, okay, which I'm surprised because her phone's always dead.
it's always.
And then she commented, testing.
Oh, excuse me.
And she said, the Joy of Six poster. Is this the secret word? I'm just going to comment. No.
Hmm.
With a dot. And she said, Felicia, is that a new plant?
I saw she said
She-
that, and I've had the same plants from the last time I showed my little plant haul. If you're talking about this guy, he's just growing. He is thriving. Good for him. I don't know who is, but he is. So if that's one you're referring to, if you're referring to something else, none of them are new. So I don't know.
And that's all the comments we got.
OT. So like I said, next week we will be talking about what we're going to talk about this week, which
is
is
Islands of Adventure, our favorite rides.
Yeah, I already got my list, so I'll be ready to go. Which also gives you guys more time to comment down below. What are your favorite rides there?
That's right.
Or maybe even tell us your least favorite ride if you
Mhm.
want to. If you don't,
Make sure to
you
leave
want
us
to
an
talk about one
audio
that
message
sucked.
so we can do an audio message episode too.
Yeah, I know what we might have. I don't know if we have some on there or not. I know we did forget one week. Oh, so we don't forget. We forgot.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah, because I was saying, like, I know sometimes we could just, if we have some stacked up, we could just do an episode of, special episode of responding to voicemails. So leave us a handful of them and we'll have that to look forward to as a fun episode.
That is right.
Yes, sir. So do you have anything else to add here?
I do not think so.
Okie dokie. Well, thank you everyone for joining us for a little short mini episode adventure here. We'll get back to it next week. Jeremy with his thing. Also, make sure go on Magic Candle Company and enter in our code so we don't forget for 15% off all your purchases. That's great. You can't miss it. And also comment, like, and subscribe. I know there's some people watching that are not subscribed. Subscribe.
Oh yeah, I can actually show that real quick because I sent it to Felicia the other day.
Yeah.
While you talk about that, I will look for it.
Jeremy said if we get 10 more subscribers, he will do. Look at that.
71.9% are subscribed. 28.1 are not. What's going on here, guys?
Jeremy said if we get 10 more subscribers before next week, he will play on his belly like a drum for you guys. 10 subscribers. He didn't say no. So that
No.
means that it could happen. Find out next week on So We Don't Forget. I'm Felicia.
And I am Jeremy.
Bye-bye.
Truly do.
Tower, talk about a